Something you don't get to see too often in the city is a rabbit sitting right there. And there's quite a few of them out here in the Fenway area. So I figure I'd just... And I don't know, they sit there like they don't see you, or maybe they're playing like they're possum, like as if they're dead or something, but they move and then they just sit stationary, just like that. It's pretty good. Let's see how long it takes for him to move. You usually see quite a few of them out here. There's only one by his lonesome. But back away from him, maybe he might move a little bit. I'm about maybe 10 feet away from him, so he could be a little scared to move. So you just back up and give him a little space. Maybe he might start moving. Oh, cute little dog over there. Yep, the rabbit just moved. And I trying to look at the dog. The rabbit kind of moved around the corner here. You can see him, but he's right there. He's still there. He just changed positions. That's a pretty good sized rabbit too. It's not a small one. It's a pretty good sized one. They get a little bit bigger than that though, but I'm trying to give you a little footage of a rabbit in the city. Years ago, you couldn't really see rabbits in the city. Now you see skunks, raccoons, possums, everything. So they kind of migrated over the years. Well, I'm not gonna. Maybe if I look the other way, maybe he might attempt to move again. Who knows? Let's see. Alright, we're not gonna bother that rabbit. He's starting to move a little. He's cleaning himself, I guess. Not gonna bother him too much. Let him do his thing. Stretching out over there. There he goes. Alrighty. He's doing his thing. Off he goes. And if you come out here at nighttime, you see quite a few rabbits out here at nighttime. Yeah, I guess he went all the way across. But yeah, there's quite a few of them out here. So let me just finish. Oops. There we go. Alright, let's go for a quick walk. Take a little pan of the area. This is down in the Fenway area. Park Drive area. So, see what else we see in the city. See what else we see in the city. There's always something in the city to see. So you just gotta just keep your eyes out and hope for the best. You see, if you go over here in this park, you see a lot of people over there. I don't know if they officially opened the playgrounds and parks yet, but even when it was closed, you see a lot of people over there. So, I have to keep an eye in that area. It could be a hot zone in the future. You never know. For the most part, you should have your mask on. That's the bare minimum, is a mask. Goggles if you're coming in close contact with people. And gloves if you're going to be touching a lot of stuff. So, just be careful, be safe, be vigilant. A lot of people giving misinformation about the mask, the goggles, and the gloves. So, you guys got to have your better judgment on that. I don't listen to a lot of those people because I know the facts behind all the viruses and stuff. So, I wouldn't entertain all that foolishness. Let's take a little, pan this back out so I can get the right view of this. And let's give it another spin around here right quick. See what I see. It's kind of skipping on me a little bit. And speaking of all that stuff about the coronavirus and 5G and all that good stuff, if you happen to be walking down the street, and I know you probably do see these all the time, that antenna right there, that's a 5G antenna. As far as I know, the last 10 to 15 years, they've been rolling out these antennas. So this is not something new. It's been in the making for quite a while. And how you could identify it as 5G, usually it's on top of a telephone pole. It doesn't necessarily have to be on a telephone pole or a light pole, but they made it convenient to do it that way because it was easier. It has to be lower to the ground. If you put it too high up, it doesn't have the same effect. And usually what happens is every 3 to 400 yards is they have to put another one of these because they kind of work on like a looping system. And it picks up the closest signal to that antenna. And it's like beam forming. It kind of directs the beam to the direction of your device. And the strongest beam would pick it up more rapidly. And instead of it being transmitted all over the city, it's being transmitted in a closer proximity. If I'm not saying that right, because I'm maybe not explaining it right, but that's pretty much the science behind it. And it kind of allows you to transmit and receive at the same time because it's a putting more waves in the frequency. So it's more data, faster, all that good stuff in between. And you can't transmit it over a longer distance, because if you transmit over a longer distance, then you have to add, and the more wattage you add, the more dangerous it would be. I don't know if you guys spot that. There was like a little rat that ran in there somewhere. I don't know if I can see him now. There was a, see if I can spot him. It's right there. It's a rat that's inside the hole. If you can see that, if I get a little closer. And it's a rat. There's like two of them. So I can get a good view of this. The camera's not doing so much justice here. But behind all that brush, let me get a better angle. There's a couple of rats running around in there. If you can see that. It's right there. That's the first one. There's another one that came out of there. And that's typical in the city. You see rats running around. If you come out at nighttime, you will see quite a few of them come out. See that? That's a rat in broad daylight, just playing around like he belongs there. You can see the multiple rat holes over there, which tells you they've been there for quite a while. See that hole right there? There's another rat hole. There's quite a few of them over there. If you wait here long enough, you see him just, you seen that, came out of that hole right there. Just came out of that hole. You see they got rat poison in the hole. But that's still not doing any good for these rats. And I can tell you a couple of reasons why you got rats over here. There's a person that feeds birds around here too that makes it difficult. So these rat holes over here, you're never going to get rid of rats as long as you have all these holes and they can hide in them. See over here, there's more rat holes. And whoever put that bait in there, that's not the proper way to put bait. You got to put it in a sealed container. You cannot leave bait exposed like that. I don't think Massachusetts law will allow you to do that, because any pet could get to that. So that's kind of a no-no. I'm hoping no exterminator did that. I'm hoping and praying it wasn't an exterminator. It was just some unknown landlord that didn't have any idea what he was doing. See, he could put that there. But guys, if you have property and an animal goes on your property and you put some kind of bait on it and he dies, guess what? You're responsible for that. So it's kind of all over the place here, really. It's more than what you can expect.
Oh, Eric,
yeah, there's a lot of rat holes, I noticed.
Yeah, here, will you unlock, honey, across? Too many.
Too many of them. I think the city needs to do something about that, or the landlord.
I agree with that.
That's crazy. There's too many rat holes here. And if you have rats, they don't really go for the bait like that unless that's the only thing they have to eat. There's a certain way you got to put this bait down. And this requires several weeks of treatment. This is not going to be done in one day. This is a serious infestation of rats over here. This is over here on the Riverway. Or Park Drive, I should say. Park Drive, because it's not quite the Riverway. It's Park Drive. So look at these rat holes. These holes are pretty good sized rat holes here. I know a few good exterminators that can come out and do this for them. Heck, I could probably do it for them myself and get rid of it. Probably take a couple of days of work, really sealing up all these freaking holes here. It's a lot of holes. And I figured I might as well make a story with the mice today. I was filming a rodent earlier, and I come across some rats over here. So we'll call this the rodent patrol. Rodent patrol. And you see that many holes, that means they've been allowed to burrow over a long period of time. So this is like 117, and that's managed by that company right there. So I hope they know their properties are being infested with rats and all that good stuff. I'm hoping they know that. Somebody should call them and let them know that their properties are being overrun by rats. Yeah, and maybe they should hire an exterminator to do their property as well as the adjacent properties. So yeah, there's like holes everywhere. You got a bird over there. He's not affected by it. At least not yet anyway. But somebody feeds the birds over here, and that could be part of the problem too. Because if the birds don't eat all the food during the daytime, nighttime it becomes a breeding ground, pretty much. That's what it is. See if I can catch one more rat running around before I leave out of here. They come out quite often, so if you keep your eyes out, you will see them. Right now, a lot of them are underground, but they are around. They definitely are around. I'm not going to keep looking for them too hard, but I keep my eyes out just in case one pops out. Little doggy right there. He's a little excited. Alright, let's continue on our journey. I'm not gonna. Maybe one day I do a whole video on rats that in the Fenway Back Bay area. Because if you come out, you will see them. One day I put like maybe I should do a video where I put a snap trap on the ground right here and watch them come out and get snapped or something. We'll see. Let's see. We'll be creative. We'll figure something out. You got a good landscape. It's just the fact that they got a lot of mice inside there, which is, let's not say mice. It's actually rats. Those are rats. Those are not mice. All right, let's go finish up our journey through the city here. See what else we come across. See what else we come across in the city. Let me see here. Let's see if I can back this up a little bit. Give it the normal view that I should be at. Right?
Yeah, honey, look, she actually did. It's the white. Yeah. She got that. Isn't she the one you have?
Alright.
That's a much better.
Let's see what else we see in the city.
The reason why he couldn't make is because of all the shit that he put her best friend through before they had kids. So you gotta think how she's thinking now that her brother.
Okay. Taking a walk through the city zone here.
Yeah.
What's your chow, man?
Supposedly burgers.
What?
Burgers, I heard burgers. I haven't checked, but I heard somebody say burgers. Cheeseburgers?
Yeah, he's walking around probably now. Walking around.
Overall, it's not too bad out here. It's pretty quiet. Have a lot going on. As it gets a little darker, it gets a little more active. But right now, it's pretty quiet. It doesn't sound like anything like major going on. So just figure do a little walk around and see what I see. See, maybe I take a left. Yeah, could go straight, but a lot of stores are, well, maybe I can go straight and see what's down there. It can't hurt to see what's down further. See how active it is. Okay. And there's another one of those 5G antennas over there. As you walk down the city, you can see a lot of those. One day I'll do a dedicated video just for those antennas and how they got them strategically lined up throughout the city. It's right there. And this is stuff that been in the making for a while, so it's not new. And you hear them saying they're rolling out 5G, it's not something new. They've been doing this, wow, at least 10 years, maybe longer. But they've been rolling out this 5G technology for like the last 10 years. They're just trying to put it into the final phase now, which makes it more interesting. And every, every 5 years or every 10 years, I think they're coming out with this new technology they're trying to bring out. I think it's every 10 years they're trying to come out with something new. So I have to really check on it. Yeah, every 10 years. So when 4G came out, shortly after 4G came out, 5G is in the making. And then it's not so much of the bandwidth being crowded. It's about putting more stuff on the bandwidth, more short-range stuff on that bandwidth. It's more to it than what they're really saying about the 5G. We'll see. Like, see what else we can see out here. Maybe we'll take a left and go down this street here, which is Peterborough. Right now we're on Queensberry Street. Take a left on Peterborough. Let's see what we can see over there. And let's see here. I always try to do a little bit different. Try not to keep the same context over and over again. But whatever's interest to the people. If people find something else interesting that they like, maybe I would do that one next. See, it's good to see most people are social distancing and stuff like that. Okay, it's a nice little thing here. It could be helpful, very helpful. gotta pay attention. These are these lines on the ground. If you can see these. These are social distancing lines. If you guys can see those lines right there. They go all the way to the church right there. So, these are social distancing lines, just so you guys know what those are. Pretty sure most people know what they are by now, but for those who don't, one day, me and my brother was in the store, or get ready to go in the store, and there was no lines on the ground. So we asked the gentleman, you step back, 6 feet for social distance. His response was, I see no lines on the ground. So that meant that he was ignorant to everything. So, hold on a second here. Okay. So take a quick stroll down the street and see what we see. And if we don't see nothing, there's nothing to report, then that's fine. If you see something, say something. Okay, let's finish up this block here and see what we can see. Alright, so let's take a quick look. Pet waste transmits disease. That should be known, but those who don't know, there it is. There's another one of those 5G antennas right there. So just so you guys can see it. And they're all over the city. Like this, it's nothing new. But this goes to show you how long they've been doing it. I think I can almost tell you when they first started doing it. It was at least 10 years ago. And they started doing it in like random different areas. And then they started doing it more in the downtown area. Then they started working through the urban cities, doing it that way. So now, most of them are pretty much up. There's a few more that do have to be put up, but for the most part, they're all up. And you're gonna see them tweaking them here and there. At one point, you seen a truck with an antenna on it that had this kind of boom, like a bucket truck, and it would raise it up in the air to about maybe 30 feet, and it would just see if you get an optimized signal, the best area to put an antenna, and then they go from there. And once they figure out the right areas to do it, that's what they do. This guy's out here doing social distancing, which is real good. He's got his measuring tape out, and he's measuring 6 feet from each other. Okay, let's see, get over here. And speaking of social distancing, that whole myth of the 6 feet, I don't know where that came from. I don't know what doctor or what scientist came up with the 6 foot rule. and I don't know what it's pertaining to. It sounds like they're pertaining to breathing molecules. That's what it sounds like. And if that's the case, 6 feet is really not enough. If somebody sneezes or coughs, technically 6 foot is the hot zone. You more like you got to be like 8 to 10 feet away. But it also depends on another variable. If you're outside in the wind, if the wind is blowing in your direction when that person coughs, guess what? Now you got to be more like 20 feet away. So that whole 6 foot social distancing thing is kind of gone with the wind when you try to look at it that way. Now, if you have a mask on, the purpose of the mask, which most masks I see people wearing, they are wearing what you call a spit mask. Or you call it a surgical mask. Now, those masks are only, and I repeat, are only good for protecting somebody else from your spit or saliva. That's the only thing that mask is good for. It won't keep out dust. It won't keep out gas. It won't keep out any of that stuff. So keep in mind, those masks are surgical masks, and that's what exactly they are, surgical masks. They use them in surgery, so the patient that's being operated on does not get sick. And here's another antenna right here. 5G antenna. Now, if that's not 5G, somebody tell me what it is. I believe that is 5G. They're pretty much, maybe if I walk down here, I'll probably see another one. But they're all over the city. You could pick any city in the city of Boston, and you know that they're out there. And the funny thing about it, our mayor and our governor, they have to know about it because you need permission to put that stuff in the city. Now, whether they had anybody do the research on the dangers of 5G, which I know they haven't, because if they did, they probably wouldn't put it in the city. Marty Walsh is more for money anyway, so he don't care about you guys getting sick. He don't care about the radiation effects that will come out of 5G and the repercussions of the spyware and all the other stuff they're going to use on 5G. He doesn't care about that. Marty Walsh, he's more like a criminal himself, so he's not going to care about any of that. And if you ask him, he's probably going to give you the same response that the police commissioner gives you. He doesn't care. It's not his problem, that type of attitude. So when you ask these public officials questions and they give you those kind of answers, that tells you where their mentality is. So I've been calling Marty Walsh